Most Civil War scholars agree that the immediate cause of the Civil War was the election of Abraham Lincoln, a Republican whose party platform included a plank that called for the non-extension of slavery into the territories and the free states. In 1860, the year of the presidential election that elevated Lincoln to the highest office in the land, there were nearly 491,000 slaves in the Commonwealth of Virginia, yet only 18,371 resided in Western Virginia. Those slaves in the latter group were held by 3,593 owners, out of a white population of 376,677, one owner per 100 white citizens. Most Western Virginia slaves lived along the Potomac River, the far southeastern counties, and the valley of the Great Kanawha, those areas of the future state of West Virginia that, for the most part, voted to leave the Union in the Secession Ordinance referendum of May 23, 1861. According to the 1860 U.S. Census, 3,960 slaves were held in bondage in Jefferson County, the easternmost county in what would become West Virginia. There, at the confluence of the Shenandoah and Potomac rivers, the important little manufacturing town of Harpers Ferry provided the United States government with small arms from the U.S. Rifle Works on the Shenandoah River and the U.S. Armory located on the Potomac River. Finished small arms were stored in the U.S. Arsenal located adjacent to the Armory complex. Because Harpers Ferry was so close to Washington, D.C., about 40 miles away, and because the mountains of Western Virginia were nearby, the abolitionist John Brown and his followers hoped to capture national attention by stealing enough weapons from the arsenal to arm the slaves of Jefferson and other counties in the region, and then take to the hills to evade federal authority and establish a provisional U.S. government. Brown was an experienced and courageous fighter who had already waged civil war against slavery advocates trying to form a bogus government in Kansas Territory. He brought that war to Harpers Ferry on October 16, 1859. Nearby militia companies from Charlestown and Shepherdstown quickly penned up Brown and his surviving raiders in the Armory's fire engine house. And when U.S. Marines, led by the U.S. Army's Colonel Robert E. Lee and accompanied by another Army officer, Lieutenant Jeb Stuart, arrived a few days later, the raid came to an inglorious and rapid end. Brown was tried by the Commonwealth of Virginia in Charlestown for murder, treason, and inciting a slave insurrection, all three charges punishable by death. In a very speedy trial, he was found guilty on all counts and was hanged on December 2, 1859.